Hey guys, welcome back to Digital Srini channel on YouTube, and this is the second video in the series of tips and tricks in Python. Now in this video, let's learn how to download images from online search results. And why would you like to do that? Because you want to practice your deep learning skills. And you probably don't have your hands on the right type of data set. Of course, there are a lot of data sets online. Whether you go to Kaggle, for example, you can download some data sets from previous contests, right? But maybe you cannot find a nice decent data set, and you can actually find a bunch of images on simple Google search or Bing search, right? So this video is about how can we actually download the images that we get from the search results. This is literally 2 lines of code because someone already did a good job in writing the right library. Okay, so let's jump in and have a quick look. And one disclaimer I would like to make is obviously these images come with some copyright. So don't try to make a product out of whatever you used, for training. Don't use it for commercial purposes, and do not distribute this. Use it for your own sake. Use it for your own educational purposes, and delete the images when you're done with them. And make sure you look at copyright, right? In the United States, automatically when I upload an image, I am the owner of these images. So please be sensitive to these copyright terms and conditions. Okay, and you'll see these disclaimers even when you go to the respective libraries, that help us download these images. So let's jump into the code and take a few minutes to understand that. Okay, so here is the file. I'll probably share this with you on my GitHub page. And I put all the disclaimers and everything up here. But one thing I'd like to mention is I used to use this a while ago. In fact, I always use this to test my algorithms. For example, when I put together something that I think is a great, let's say, multi-class classification model, I'm like, oh, how does it work on these type of data sets, right? This is when I use this. Now I used to use this Google Images. And I used to pip install Google Images download, but do not do that, because this seems to be a bit old and Google changed certain things on their side, so it doesn't work. But the same guy updated their GitHub repo, so you have an updated version. So it works if you just do pip install and the path to the Git, which I have given here. I'll probably leave that as part of the description, so you can go ahead and copy that and download this. Now this uses Google to search images and then download the images. Okay, now the one limitation for this is you can only download 100 images at a time. May not be that useful, but again, this is a limitation right here. Or you can use another library that uses Bing, Microsoft Bing search, and just pip install Bing image downloader, and it should be fine. And with this, I did not find any restrictions. I just tried to download 200 images. It was fine. So I'll show you all the images I downloaded. But let's start with what do I have here in my, right now I have just a file and a folder called dataset that the second part of this actually created. You see my output directory equals to dataset. You can actually say where to store these files. But let's start with the first one. I haven't even tested this on this new system after installing this, the GitHub repo. So hopefully it works. Okay, so once you do your installations, all you got to do is from Google Images download, go ahead and import this method. And now your response is .google images download. And what inputs do we want to, what arguments do we want to provide? The keywords are, let's search for airplane. You can search for single words, you can search for sentences, strings, and all that stuff. Okay, so let's search for airplane, which is 1 word. Let's search for school bus, 2 words, and dog in front of house. Hopefully we'll find some relevant images here, but Google is pretty good in terms of these type of searches. And let's limit to 10 for now for demonstration purposes. But like I said, max is 100. You can try 200 and see if it stops at 100. And you want to print the entire URLs. If you want, you can go ahead and print it, but I just said false right now. Okay, so let's go ahead and execute this. Let's go ahead and start this and open this folder. You see immediately it created a folder called downloads right there, and it seems to be storing everything in downloads. It says starting download, and these are the images, and these are the images for the second one, which is the school bus, and then it's dog in front of house. So let's go in and look at downloads. You see it created these folders, obviously the strings that we want to search. Airplane, there you go. or airplanes right there. I just searched for airplane, and let's see, for my screenshot. But school bus, wow, that's a good job. You see all of these school buses. I mean, if you download 100 of these, you have enough of these type of buses for classification. And if I go back to, this is the one I'm curious about. Let's go view an extra large icon so you guys can see it in a nice way. Oh, it's a dog in front of a house. That's pretty cool. This is a cute dog in front of a house. But yeah, you get the idea here. So now let's just quickly check. Oh, sorry. Let's quickly check the second part, which is from Bing. And this is again very straightforward to use, except in this case you can only apparently put one string at a time. So if I really want multiple strings, I would just add another one and then add I don't know, tiger, so add another string and then go ahead and run these. It creates these folders. So I already did this for monkeys, so because it's 200 images. So let's go ahead and look at it. So it should be under what did we call it? I think dataset. We call this output directory dataset. So right there, it created a folder for monkey. There you go, a whole bunch of like 200 images right there. Okay, so anyway, I just want to make sure this is a quick video to communicate some of the things that I've been enjoying here. And again, the tips and tricks are all about things that I have tested, I have worked with, and I benefited from it, so I can just communicate. So hopefully some of you can benefit from these. I'm not sure what the next one would be, but I hope you found this to be useful. Okay, use this tool responsibly. Again, please respect the copyright terms and conditions. Thank you, guys.